It's like, yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Power, let's go. All right, listen, y'all. Just go ahead and let the guest play. Come on, jeez. That's better. Where'd I go? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's like, yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Power, let's go. All right, listen, y'all. Just go ahead and let the guest play. Come on, jeez. That's better. Where'd I go? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's like, yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Power, let's go. All right, listen, y'all. Just go ahead and let the guest play. Come on, jeez. That's better. Where'd I go?
Boom! We are live. This is the Midnight Session Espanol takeover of Latino Slant. And we have the awesome Scribe Light with us. ¿Qué pasó, Scribe?
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good day so far. And good morning, Fletcher. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? This is a crazy day. I know a lot of people are happy, a lot of people are sad. But
yeah, it's I did an 8 and a half hour stream last night covering the election. I got about 3 hours of sleep and a full work day ahead of me after that, and I'm still kind of running on fumes. But yeah, it was I went into it. I wasn't quite sure what the outcome was going to be. I honestly thought I had such flashbacks to 2016 because back then I thought it would be close, but Hillary would win. That was my thought back then, and I was surprised.
Right.
And last night I was like, it's going to be close, but I think Kamala's going to win. Well, happily, it was not the case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. A lot of people, we do have a lot of people on the left, a lot of people on the right, and a lot of people that are politically homeless, right? But let's check out who's all in the chat. So we got Tessie, Democratic campaign shouldn't have treated Hispanic voters as if they're all undocumented migrants. There's no such thing as an undocumented Hispanic voter, and not all Hispanics are immigrants. There was a lot of condescension, should we say, to us peoples of color.
Well, the one of the problems, especially with the Hispanic vote and the dialogue that's been going on for years now, has been conflating the idea of immigrant with illegal immigrant, or that there's no difference between someone who's come here from another country lawfully and someone who hasn't. And well, we talked about this a few minutes ago from Midnight's Edge.
Right.
Nothing ticks off someone who's followed the rules than someone who doesn't. So someone who's actually jumped through the hoops to become a citizen of this country, and then suddenly you're grouped in with people who haven't because you just happen to share a skin color or a quasi ethnicity. That's not going to bring you on their side if you're saying that all of you are one group or something.
Right. I mean, thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours to get my papers when we first came to the
I had
United
a
States.
coworker. I had a coworker from Thailand, and I just as an observer, I watched all of the. I mean, and our immigration system does need an overhaul and needs to be streamlined in places. There's so much. Yeah, it's very archaic. It's very it's a maze of paperwork and this, that, and the other. But regardless, the system as it was at the time, he followed all the rules. He filed all the paperwork. He made all the deadlines. He went through all the blood, sweat, and tears and everything to finally earn his residency and then his citizenship. And yeah, I had nothing but admiration for the fact that he went through all of it and followed the rules to do it. And do you think somebody, and you can probably testify to this, that went through all of that is going to look at somebody who just cut in line and they want the exact same benefits for it? Like, no, you're not, and you shouldn't associate those two. They are two separate demographics based on character, not on skin color, if you can believe it.
What? That's crazy. I mean, we all know that the border is completely busted. I mean, there's it's a humanitarian crisis, as they could say it, right?
Yes.
But you can't have, I think my take on it personally is that it's inhumane because on both sides, let's go for both sides are human. If you want to open the borders completely, then open the bridges. Don't let people go through the mud and the mire and get trafficked by gangs and stuff like that. If you want to do that, do that. If you want to, like stop it all together and all that kind of stuff, then do it in a way to let people know, hey, this is maybe don't come, where it's closed or whatever. But unless what you're doing now, it's inhumane.
Well, the idea of sanctuary cities over the last several years, the rhetoric from the Democrats in the 2020 election, basically saying that they would effectively decriminalize border crossings. All you're doing is you're incentivizing not only desperate people to put theirs and their children's lives at risk to try to cross deserts and jungles and rivers, but you're also incentivizing criminal gangs to smuggle people across or bring them across and take their money and then leave them to suffocate in a tractor trailer at a Walmart parking lot. I mean, I have family that actually worked at the border for a time.
Oh, wow.
And the stories I heard were I couldn't even get into the air if I wanted to. And you don't hear these stories in the mainstream because they're so depressing and they feel like they're one-off and they go against the message. But there are untold numbers of people who have lost their lives on the basis of they were under the belief that all they have to do is get across that line and they're home free.
Right.
And that siren song has caused more misery and destruction, not only for the people trying to get across, but also for the communities on the border that then have to try to absorb all of these people that they don't have the infrastructure to do so. And that's why you see people being shipped off and bussed off to different cities because the border cities are at capacity and more so.
No, yeah.
It's an absolute disaster.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my family has friends on both sides of the thing. We have friends that are immigration, and we have friends that work with organizations such as Catholic Charities to help people with the process. And both sides are fed up, and something needs to be done. But hopefully something will be done. Gonzalo Vergali, hola, ¿cómo estás, loco? We got a Kuro Soldier. Hola. We got Kiverdam.
Kiverdam.
Hola. Welcome. So there's some new stuff. Cribes, you got your posse.
I know.
Angela Arrega. Hello, Scrablet. Yeah. Let's see what else we got over here. We got El Esparcito. ¿Cómo estás? We got Rafem. If Cesar Chavez could look at how many Latino Lambros helped Trump, he would be ashamed of his people. Pathetic, no vision, fellow low cost medicine and working class policy. Well, actually, a lot of those Chavistas, I think, decided to go for it. Because yeah, they're not getting the jobs that they want. I mean, it's both sides in this one. Oh, hail FKHCA. What else we got? We got Bonzo in the house. Channel Political Revolution on Tuesday, YouTube Revolution on Wednesday, Viva the Fletcher. Yeah, Viva la Revolución, loco. Salma Thunder, what's up, cuz? How you doing, man? I mean, it's funny because we got family on both sides. What's up, Bryce and Burn? We got family on both sides that are mad, So it takes D-Bot Martin. Midnight says,
Hey, D-Bud.
Simon. Man, thank you so much, D-Bud. If you could share Scribe Light's thing, I don't have it with me, but if you could, thank you so much. Yeah, Scribe Light, it's great. It's great to have you. I mean, I know that you've been doing some great things on your channel with like crime and stuff like that. Are you a music aficionado?
Depends on the era and the genre. Modern music, like I said, all depends. Of what kind of music do you speak?
Oh, cool. No.
Because I'm a child of the '90s, so like Alice in Chains type stuff, some of the grunge territory things. I'm fairly eclectic, but it's probably nothing within the last 10 years that I'd be all that familiar with.
Oh, okay. No. It's a few stories that I kind of wanted to cover. ¿Qué pasó, primo? Hey, I said you the lake. Go get in here, bro, if you can. Kaladin, what's up? Yeah, I think some Canadians are gonna be like, hey, I don't know, get over here, because. But something we want to cover, algo que queremos cubrir es el maestro Quincy Jones, productor,
yes.
compositor, genial, hombre de música, ha fallecido a los 91. Something that we wanted to cover is that Quincy Jones, famous composer, production maestro, I mean, virtuoso, grand of music. You had, and your mama's had all his production albums. You did. This man passed away in 91, surrounded by a true blessing, surrounded by his family, and all his loved ones as he passed away at 91, living a full life.
Yeah.
God bless.
It is unknown how much of his effort and how much of his artistry has influenced births in history. How many people are born as a result of Quincy Jones and his music influencing couples into?
I mean, just his. I mean, this man he was such a revolutionary because he had come from this. Jazz style, right? He had the jazz, then he did the pop, but he was able to mix all genres together, work with greats, obviously Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson's Bad.
Oh yeah.
Thriller.
I mean, well, he played with Elvis Presley. He was.
Right.
I think he was one of. Yeah, but Dizzy Gillespie. I mean, yeah, this guy's been going on since like the 1950s. He's a music legend. You want to talk about somebody who's directed culture just through his effort and his artistry? It's insane. And 91, good gravy. That is right? A full life.
And surrounded by a huge family. I mean, he was prolific in the family side as well. I mean, my uncle had an eye for the ladies, and he did make sure his timeline was full. And it was amazing that all his family was with him together. This is the way to pass away, right? This is the way to do it. So I think, Godspeed, and it's amazing that he was able to live such a great life and touch so many people. So it's so amazing. I do a condolence to anybody who and the family member and all that stuff. But man, he lived a good life. Let's see what you guys are saying. R.I.P. Quincy Jones. I studied his music when I was in college. Grew up with his music. Yeah, that is amazing. ¿Qué pasó, primo?
¿Qué loco?
Were you a fan of Quincy Jones?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, right? We all have his albums. I mean,
musical genius.
Great
composer.
Great composer. I mean, amazing. The breadth of his musical style. I was like, dude was a legend. Quincy Jones, everybody's got. Yeah, it is in a sense. I mean, how many of us were born listening to his music? Courtney says he was a trumpet. Yeah. He played. Didn't he play other instruments? I think he played a few instruments also. But Tibo Martin, feliz cumpleaños a tu mamá. 92 this weekend. Wow. That is amazing. She beat Quincy Jones.
Woo! 92. Actually, my wife asked me that the other day. She goes, "What age would you be happy to live your life until?" And I actually said, "You know what? 90 would be probably the good time. As long as I'm healthy and I'm aware who's around me, because I get to see my children grow up and I get to see my grandchildren grow up and see everybody's good. And after that, I think I'm good."
Yeah, I want to live as long as I can up until the point where I'm unable to enjoy life. Because I watched my grandmother become like basically locked into a chair in death and everything. Like, oh man, I don't want to. Yeah. Anyway, also nice to meet you, guys.
Nice to meet you, Scribe.
Awesome. Yeah, guys. I think this is the first time with you guys together, correct?
Yes.
I've never been on this. I don't think I've been on here before except for once with Polly. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that is true. Because Polly has been, I think, a couple times in your show, correct?
Yeah, we've talked about. I've been with him on Midnight's Edge, and we talked about the Menendez trial for a stream or so. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's getting hot. Still. Right?
Yeah, and Polly had the good fortune of having the opportunity to interview the DA for Los Angeles County about it, which was just an amazing get. That's
right.
Now.
Gascon,
George Gascon.
I think he lost, didn't he?
His election. Oh, I didn't pay attention to that. Did he? Maybe he did.
I believe he did. I don't know. I could check it out. So Polly
I wouldn't feel sad
vacation.
about it. Oh, he's on vacation. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be sad if George Gascon lost because he's not good for Los Angeles.
It's one of those things, man.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. But we did have another passing away. Tyka Nelson. So this is Prince's only full sibling. Who she died at 64. And we were talking about this with my wife, but this kind of gives us a little bit of, sadness in the sense that we fear that Prince's catalog could be at risk, now that more family members have passed.
Yeah, because they were already fighting over it previously, weren't they?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, we've seen what the Tolkien estate happened, with the Tolkien estate. Once, more siblings pass that want to protect the legacy,
yeah. Well, I'm waiting for the day where we start getting full albums of dead singers based on AI that they start selling or something.
That's just Tupac.
Crazy.
That's just Tupac.
Yeah. It's around the corner. If it's not already started, it's around the corner. And
exactly.
I could see some money grubbing relative of Prince's being like, well, if you want his entire catalog to analyze and collate and then turn into some AI songs, it's like, well, you resurrect, and you can call the album Resurrection. I'm like, oh god.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
No, I'm worried about it. Bumpy's right.
Purple Rain, the musical.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, that's
jeez.
nice. That's messed up, bro.
That's not right.
Oh, that's messed
That's
up.
impolite. That's impolite.
So yeah, I think this one that has me a little bit preoccupied because Prince has always been a a staunch advocate for freedom in music. He was able to even like give up his name and then fight for his catalog, and to have this happen, I think.
Polly's in the chat.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
It's Romy's birthday today. Felicidades, Romy.
Hey, happy birthday,
Feliz
Romy.
cumpleaños. Feliz cumpleaños.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Yes. So I do feel that this could be troublesome. Hopefully not, but I don't know. I thought that it was something that was a little bit oh no. But something that was a little bit happy es esto, que el cumpleaños de Godzilla fue el otro día. Tuvimos Día de Godzilla porque cumplió sus 70 años. 70 years old, Godzilla. And this is the actors from a couple of the old school ones, like those 60s, 50s movies. Wishing him a happy birthday.
こんにちは、佐々木勝彦です。私はゴジラ対メガロ、そしてゴジラ対ビオランテ、ゴジラ対キングギドラに出演しております。そしてこちらにいる女性は、
はい、こんにちは、愛智子と申します。私はメカゴジラの逆襲でマフネカツラ、サイボーグ少女を演じさせていただきました。そして今お隣にいらっしゃる素敵な男性が私がもう好きでしょうがなくて、もう命まで落としてしまうという相手役の。はい。
I mean, this is so cute. I love them. I love them. I want to put them in my pocket.
Yeah, it's so lovable, and the fact that you got like Godzilla -1,
right?
Which came out, and now we got a sequel on the way, and the love for this franchise, and we were talking about this on Midnight's Edge the other day. One of the things that has been missing, at least for me as a fan of things like Star Wars and Marvel movies and things like that, is happiness is having something to look forward to. And what Hollywood has been producing as far as like Star Wars and genre stuff, Indiana Jones, it's been garbage. So you don't have anything to look forward to. You just know that the next thing's going to be garbage. Whereas we started talking about the possibility of a Godzilla -1 sequel. Everybody on the panel started getting excited thinking about, where are they going to take the story or how are they going to do it next and everything else. Like, yeah, because they produce something good and now you have something to look forward to and you're excited to speculate. Whereas with Marvel and all this other stuff, you're like, it's going to be crap. It was so refreshing. And I'm just like, it's something that I miss so much about the franchises that I love.
Absolutely. Because they made the Godzilla 1, they made you care about the characters. It wasn't so much about Godzilla itself, but the characters, right? What they were endearing. And that's what Marvel did. They killed all the characters that we loved and gave us characters we don't really care about.
Yeah, I mean, when it's a zombie movie or a monster movie or something, it's the creature, whatever it is, oftentimes is just the impetus to tell the story of the characters surrounding the events. And if you don't have strong characters that have to react, that you care about, that you have some stake in for their fate against this creature, this monster, this force of nature or something, you don't have anything worthwhile. And they did it perfectly. And in a reasonable budget, which is just amazing. Like a $10-15 million. It's insane. And so good on them. And that entire franchise and fan base is just, I envy them in a lot of ways because I wish I had something that I have a particular, I like Godzilla. I've never been a super fan. I don't begrudge anybody who is or anything, but I envy the fact that they have people that actually care about the franchise having it in their hands right now.
Can I ask you a question, Scribe? If Fletcher permits me as well.
Go ahead.
What have you been watching The Penguin, and what do you think of that cast?
Well, I was able to get through the first 4 or 5 episodes so far, and I got to tell you, it's expertly cast. It's the acting and the storytelling is great. The setting is great. It's not preaching to me about any current social issues in any particular way, or at least not in any heavy-handed way thus far. I have a couple of minor narrative, like sort of with how easily Oswald was able to manipulate certain people his way. But aside from that, I wish, I really wish that what they'd done with the Joker movie, right, with Joaquin Phoenix, there shouldn't have been a Joker sequel. They should have done individual bad guy origin movies. There should have been a Two-Face movie and then a Penguin movie or something, because the Penguin series shows what you can do when you have respect for the material and you play the characters in a dark setting in a serious way, but also with love. Not that you're making it a joke, not that you're trying to diminish it. Like I say, I look at that and I think, boy, Marvel, why can't you learn a lesson here? So yeah, no, I really like what they've done with the Penguin series. The Penguin series, as far as I'm concerned, is better than the movie it's spinning off from. Honestly,
I agree.
That goes to something partly what I was thinking about, because with this whole election stuff, with everything that's going on, I also had that DC versus Marvel that I put in the thumbnail. Because I do see there's a huge difference, kind of like how the two studios are going forward. Correct? DC, in a sense, Gunn is like, okay, let's get everything together and kind of go forward from here. Kind of like, let's scratch this, scratch that, keep this, keep that. And with the Penguin, I feel they have something that they say, whoa, it kind of came out of left field, and now it's in a sense taking over the narrative that wasn't there, right? I mean, it's bringing in a new narrative that is like, wait a minute, this is something that we can explore, right?
Yeah, this is the problem with bringing Gunn in when you already had a new Batman franchise starting and in the works. Is that now Gunn has to compete with someone else's vision for part of his purported universe, Matt Reeves. I mean, maybe they'll find an equilibrium. Maybe they can find a way to work this Batman or that version into Gunn's plans, but they were constructed as two separate things. And so Gunn, now in charge of things, he has to walk this weird line where it's all on his shoulders,
right? But
he also has to take someone else's vision, because the original idea was that it was going to be a gun universe or whatever, and he was going to have his Brave and the Bold Batman movie that was going to be Batman and his son doing stuff, but not Matt Reeves's Batman. And if you have too many competing Batmans at the same time, it splits the audience, confuses everybody else, because now we're so expecting these, commingled multiverses and all. So I'm curious to see, is Gunn going to sacrifice his Batman plans and have to absorb Matt Reeves, or are they going to keep them somehow in separate universes theatrically? I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, he said he was going to keep it separate. Like, he already came out and said that Batman's like an Elseworlds Batman.
Yeah. Right.
But the fact that he hasn't cast a Batman yet, and correct me if I'm wrong, proves that he's probably leaving that door open just in case the Batman 2 actually does well because of the success of the Penguin series, which
that's
for
what
me
I'm getting at,
is
right?
It's igniting more interest into what's going to happen in the next Batman, right? So, yeah, there's a
it raises the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The Batman sequel is now going to have to meet or exceed the popularity of the Penguin in both writing, acting, and everything else. Because if the Batman 2 movie is effectively a dud, I don't know where they go from there. And really, the interesting thing about the Penguin, or really taking any Batman villain and giving them their own show, I've always said this, God may be all powerful, but the devil's a better dresser. Watching the villains is always far more interesting than watching the hero oftentimes, unless you have a really compellingly written and constructed hero. Because once you get past the Batman origin story, really at that point, all you want to know is, okay, what happens when Batman goes up against this character or this character? Because we already know Batman's motivations. We know his backstory. Batman lives and breathes on his opposition. And so what do they do next for Batman? They've already had the Riddler. They've introduced the Penguin. Have they already said who the villain's going to be in the second one? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, I don't remember. So this is coming from Comic with Movie News. That it doesn't share many details. The Batman director and the Penguin EP Matt Reeves has confirmed more spin-off shows are being discussed. Now there was a few shows that supposedly were discussed and then axed, right? So this is kind of like going back and forth. Some of it is rumor, I think. Following the Batman hugely successful theatrical run, director Matt Reeves announced a number of small screen spin-off on the works, including the Penguin, Gotham PD series, and a project focusing on infamous Arkham Asylum. Now, all those things were, according to everybody that I heard from, scrapped. Right? Some were like almost in production, but then they were scrapped.
The idea of trying to do, I think I like I said with what they should have done with the Joker thing instead of having sequels, their strength is having individual, in relative terms, character focused series. So a Penguin series, a Riddler series, a Two-Face series, whatever, because that's really where the appeal for Batman's world exists, in this rogues gallery and how they're connected and everything. If they start doing ensemble shows with like, oh, here's the police force at Gotham PD, or here's somebody running Arkham Asylum, and every week we have a new person in a padded cell. Like,
they already did that with Gotham in a sense.
Well, that was the thing. Yeah, they're having to compete with something that they've already done before.
Right.
And the Gotham show, it was it was absolutely bat nuts. No pun intended, but it was entertaining. But now they're going for this very serious sort of Sopranos level, dark, graphic novel version of Batman. And if they're going to maintain that, I think they are better off doing focused character studies than trying to like create spin-off material and, you know, all these sort of, like I say, sort of ensemble cast kind of things where you're going to have a whole bunch of small stars.
So if I understand it, in a sense, you're kind of saying the way the groundwork could work is if you go ahead and set up the rogues gallery side like they're doing with the Penguin, set up the villains, and then the heroes kind of do it the backwards way, right? Instead of like, Marvel gave you the heroes, this one we're going to give you the villains.
Yeah, because Batman, like I say, Batman exists as the focal point for all these different villains and the interesting backstories. Batman's origin is relatively well known. The variety of Batman's existence comes from his rogues gallery. So yeah, if you did it in a reverse, like you say, we have the Batman movie, and then we have these branching off. Let's get the villains their not a backstory that fits into a 90-minute theatrical run, but these little mini-series. And then they start intersecting or making cameos into the Batman movies. The only risk you run there is the same problem Marvel's having and has as constructed for themselves in the last couple of years, is that everybody has to do all this homework of watching this series or that movie or this Disney Plus thing to have any idea of who this character is that just suddenly showed up in this movie. So it's going to be an interesting balancing act depending on how they decide to employ it. But at least but here's the thing: at least the product is good. The Penguin series does not feel like a cheap knockoff, ill-conceived Disney Plus series. It actually feels like it could exist on its own, separate from having to be Gotham or Batman. I mean, if you took out all the Batman notions at all, the Penguin series still works as sort of like a crime story. So it's as long as they maintain that, I think they might have a good thing. But I apologize. I do have to split. I only had a little time to.
No problem.
Hang
Thank
out.
you for joining us. It's a pleasure. I think D-Bud put your link in the chat.
Yes, thank you, D-Bud, so much.
If you want to tell folks where they can find you.
Oh, so yeah, my channel, just Scribelight on YouTube. I find my little portrait there. I have a couple of series that I run, but my most frequent one is on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, called TED Excellence. And what I do is I take TED and or TEDx talks of different subjects, and we just listen to the pitches of the people on the stage and see what they have to say, and we follow along with TEDx bingo for keywords and concepts, and then we discuss how it goes. And oftentimes, just by my having King Midas in reverse luck, I pick talks and subject matter that turns into absolute bedlam. So looking forward to that tomorrow night. And thanks to Fletcher for having me on today, and Polly for inviting me on the show. And nice to meet you, dude.
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, yeah, you as well, bro. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yep. Have a good day.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, exactly. My brain is leaving me. Have a good day, guys. Have a good rest of your Wednesday and week, and I'll see you later.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, Vasco, you're a fan of the Penguin. Now,
I love the show.
Yeah, you love the show,
Yeah.
but you're not a DC guy.
Nope, I'm not.
So that's the thing is you're not a DC guy. You love the Penguin, and that's what I was thinking about, this whole DC versus Marvel. In DC, they're kind of coming at it from the back way in a sense, because you're like, okay, we have a hit. Now we got to do something with the hit. It's not like it's a planned thing, because they had the plan. That plan was scrapped, and now they're like, wait a minute, we got something good. Now they might have to come back to that plate.
My fear though is, my fear though is that now like they want to bring in a second season, and Colin Farrell, I don't think he's really crazy about spending all those hours on the chair again with the makeup. You know, he said that it does get tiring and it is serious. So I think when they announced this, wasn't it announced as a limited series?
Yeah,
I believe so. It was a limited series, and now with the hype,
that was going to tie into Batman too.
Yeah. So now with the hype, now they're talking about possibly another one. Well, if they flash enough money, I guess he'll say yes. You know, I'll sit on the chair for 3 hours if I get a couple of million. But that's just me. But yeah, but no, this, like you're saying before, no, I'm not a DC fan, but when the writing is so great and the actors are so invested and they're killing it in every scene and the cinematic is great, it lures you in. And yeah, this is not the typical Penguin. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, this is not the typical Penguin from the books and this and that, but I like this twist and take.
Yeah, it's you know, so yeah. I mean, I think that I think this is an interesting take for DC, and it's almost like a left field throw, because you know it wasn't into Gunn's thing. Now Gunn has to deal with it. We'll see how he does it. So let's see what you guys are saying. So Bumpy said, Burgess Meredith is the Penguin. Colin Farrell looks like a young Robert De Niro in the fat suit. The makeup, the actress, it's a lot of stuff in there. Solomon Thornton, if Joker 2 was made right, it could have been a Bonnie and Clyde Natural Born Killers film. I think that's what everybody was expecting.
I didn't even watch it yet.
Oh, don't bother. Director, DC tends to sabotage stuff more regular than Marvel. Joker 2 being a prominent cycle. I think, but that was already done. Now this is like stuff that's hyping now, right?
Yeah.
Hail Emily.
Hail Emily.
And what's up, Pete the Cat? Rent of the channel. Not sure all action Joker 2 would have worked out without the Batman. I thought Joker 2 made a good use of verisimilitude. Nice with Robert Robinette style. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's a lot of mishmash stuff. I think James Gunn can still work with Matt Reeves.
Did you see Joker 2?
No, I'm waiting for it to finish, and so I can like gang through it.
Gotcha.
And I think it's over next week, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it could. If they touch on Arkham, if they do all this kind of stuff, it could work. They could mesh it. They could mesh
like
it.
An Arkham
completely universe. I mean,
nobody
has
from the
pulled
game?
off.
Like taking Arkham Knights from the game, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Yeah, nobody has so far been able to get the games, the movies, and TV shows to mesh. I think the closest thing was when Marvel was in its heyday and they had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., remember? And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had hints of what the movie was going to be. And I was like, they didn't capitalize too much, but I think the work was a lot better than the new stuff that's happening in Marvel. So, I mean,
like
we're
what
going to talk
Bumpy
about
says
it.
here. I like it, Bumpy. I like where you're going with that.
Yeah. So, it could work.
That makes sense because remember, the Batman ended with the Riddler going into Arkham Asylum, right? Where you see,
right?
Spoilers, a Joker, right, or a Joker
Right.
there. So yeah, I can see how that works. Yeah.
I agree. It could work, especially with the game being so popular. If there's a tie into it, so we'll see. Solomon Thornton, either Mr. Freeze or Clayface will be the villain in Batman 2.
Yeah. Or the Penguin, depending how the series is building him up.
Yeah, it could. Where the heck is the Batman and the Penguin? There's just talk to them.
You know what? What do you think about it? That's a great point, right? Because we brought it up on my show a bunch of times as well. Like, do we really need to know anything? They mentioned him in the beginning of the series, right? Does it really need to be mentioned? We know he's there. And this is just, maybe like the bat signal at the end of the show or last episode or something. I don't know. I don't think he has to be there.
Yeah, I mean, you have a series. Could you include him? Yes. Do you have to know? A lot of people are talking about a Batman TV show because we haven't had one. So, I don't know. It's a whole lot of stuff that's the thing. It's kind of DC right now, its own note. Johnny Gonzalez, member of the channel. Hola, Chad. And we also have Manolo Rivera, member of the channel. Hello, everybody. Hola, Manolo. What is up? Gracias, everybody, for hanging out with us on the Latino Slant Menaces en Español Takeover. But that's if you're going with DC, so far, DC, this is what they have. So right now, they have Creatures Commandos coming out, which I don't know. There's not too many people excited about it. Some people are. It's on Max, so it shares Bedfellows with Penguin. Completely different. This is animated. So DC Universe first official project gets exciting update from James Gunn 1 month before its release. So the DC Universe will finally get underway in 1 month, and the first project, Creatures Commandos, has received a promising update from DC studio boss James Gunn. The DCU live-action offering would commence with Superman on July 11, 2025, delivering a fresh live-action take on the character that should set the standards for what to expect for the future of the DCU. The franchise would technically commence, however, in 2024 as the animated Creature Commando series kicks things off with a narrative rooted in DCU canon. So I guess it's a new DCU canon. So James Gunn was recently questioned by Threads, the Project Progress, where he clarified that the final episode for the series has been finalized. James Gunn, who makes a habit of responding candidly to DCI update threads, didn't elaborate on exactly when the final episode was finalized. Still, the confirmation comes just a couple of weeks from the distinctive R-rated Creatures Commando trailer was released. So it makes sense the series ready to go. So this is the interaction on Threads, which I have no clue who's on Threads, but I guess James Gunn is. Has the final episode of Creature Commandos been finalized yet? And James Gunn replied, yes. So Creatures Commandos is a go. It's in the can, I guess, and ready to go. So are you excited for Creature Commandos?
Anyway. No tengo ni la menor idea lo que es. So no, I'm not excited because I don't know it. But the fact that he's tying it in with his universe is interesting. Kind of like, I think he's taking a risk by doing that, right? Because it's not something that has been done in any cinematic universe besides, the What If series from Marvel, but that's like a What If series, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get the Watcher, and that's the only thing that attaches it really to make it canon with the cinematic universe. But am I gonna give it a gander? Maybe. If I hear it's good, I probably will watch it. But if not, no. I'm probably gonna take a pass.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, Creature Commander style, it's fun. I was kind of like, okay, this is fun. This is something that's cool. I I yeah, we'll see on this one because it's kind of like a weird take because uh the animation is not that bad. It has a little bit of that Invincible animation. So if you guys watch Invincible,
I was gonna say
and
Rippaverse that are going on.
oh yeah. So I mean, the
So
animation is
go
not
back
bad.
to the
I
last
actually
slide.
like.
Is that wolf the same wolf thing that was in Suicide Squad?
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
what? Oh man, gosh, I forget the name of what is the name of it?
Don't ask me.
It's not Peanut the squirrel.
It's a Peanut the squirrel. Weasel. They're saying
It's
it's
the
Weasel.
weasel. Yeah, it's weasel. So I like the animation better than What If, right? I do like it better. I love this one. I mean that is
That's
so
cool.
cool. That's pretty
Gives me
badass. I can see a lot of
Ghostwriter vibes.
homies. Yeah, I can see a lot of homies getting this tattoo. So, but everything that goes to Amanda Waller, I don't know. I think I kind of ran her out. But that is Creature Commandos. That's the entrance to the new DC universe, and that's what makes it a little interesting and a little like what, right? Because after that they have Superman, so in July, they have Supergirl, which I thought that was unusual as well, because to me, the main DC is Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they're going Superman, and then they're going Supergirl.
Not Sasha Kaya, unfortunately.
Not Sayakaya. And at least Sayakaya has Supergirl curves. Homegirl has very little curves for one. And then Batman 2, which we don't even know if it's in the same. We don't know if it's going to be included in the same universe, right?
Now, as it stands now, it isn't, from what he said last. So
yeah,
wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm kind of excited for Superman. That's the thing with DC.
I'm excited
right?
for Superman. Yeah.
Besides the Flash, right, that was already filmed, like they just canceled everybody and said, well, we're going to take our time and plan this out, right? So it's been a good gap. We're going to have a good gap between the last movie and Superman. So I'm excited where this is going.
I think DC, I mean, recently, I think he said that that Justice League is, because people were hinting and asking James Gunn about Justice League, because a lot of the animation people were asking about Justice League United and stuff like that, which was a great animation, and the way that he's looking at Superman with that kind of like 50s vibe, would Justice League be coming, right? And he basically, his response was like, nope, sorry, no truth whatsoever about a Justice League New Frontier style movie, right?
Gotcha.
So he's not going the Avengers way, I guess, right? So if there's gonna be
which is kind of good, because if he would have done that, a lot of people say, he's just copying the same formula from Marvel. He would get criticism from that. So it's good to hear that he's doing his own thing the way he wants to do it.
Right, because then, I mean, so I guess I understand. And then they got the Authority, which I thought was really weird, right? The Authority is, it's almost like a different universe Justice League, right?
It's like Excalibur. That's what it reminds me of.
So
I saw the Union Jack. That's why I'm like, oh, it's Excalibur.
That's right. Yeah. No, it's not Excalibur. And it's for some people were questioning a little bit, because basically the main thing about this Justice League that people remember is that the Superman and Batman equivalents are like married or something. So they were like, okay, this is a twist for DC. Then you're going to have the Supergirl project. There might be some kind of Swamp Thing. There's going to be the Batman Robin movie, The Brave and the Bold. So you have like the DCU's coming out with unusual things, right?
Yeah.
So between that and what Marvel's doing, we're gonna have to see what exactly it's kind of comprehend. So, Diva said, Creature Commander is such an odd choice, but then again, it did make Guardians work. Yeah. The Guardians did work. It worked for everybody. It became like my sister's favorite, and she's a total normie.
Yeah, absolutely. The first Guardians, like my boss, who's not a comic book guy at all, he loves Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it just became kind of like a hit because you're like, hey, this is well crafted. We love the characters, and it was fun. It's a fun time to go to the movies type deal, right? So I think it could work. So that's the thing; it could work.
Yep.
Manolo Rivera, member of the channel. I'm looking forward to it. The OG comic was wacky. Yeah, the comic was wacky, and that's
cool.
He can pull off wacky.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's good to hear. Like, like I said, like I have no attachment to it. So people that do have attachment might be excited for this. So hearing Manolo say that's great, man.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Give
could
it
be
hope.
fun. Yeah.
Give it hope.
Give me hope. Some of villains are often very good theme music. Yeah, so they have their best theme music all the times.
Yeah. Only in Venom 3 there's no good theme music there at all.
Oh, come on.
Maroon 5, come on, please.
Yeah, it's a certain audience. They're trying to get my nephews. Superman has potential. Everybody's looking forward to Superman. We're going to see. That's really going to, I don't know, make or break, I guess, the universe.
Yeah.
Really for inspiration, take a Superman. So done with the nihilism, destruction, and approach. Yeah, Manol. We all are. It's like nihilistic comics are like the worst. It's just, yeah. So I think there's hope. Let's hope. Let's
Yeah, remember when people were complaining? Remember when people were complaining when this image came out of him? They were all complaining about the collar, the suit. They all became fashionistas of the superhero outfits.
I was one of them. I thought the collar was terrible. I thought the suit didn't fit right, but I liked the color, and I like where they were going because it's not the dark. Yeah.
But they changed it. If you see the set pictures, they changed the suit. It's not the same.
Yeah.
You got rid of the collar and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, they're doing. I mean, like I said, everybody said this. I think we're hopeful because it looks like it's going in the right direction. Right? It's going in the fun direction. We want more fun. We don't want nihilism, It's like, let's give us good heroes, not too nihilistic and stuff, which, it curtails that with what you were talking about with Penguin, right? Because Penguin does have a feel of the nihilism in it, but not in a sense. From everything that I heard and everything that I read about the Penguin, yes, has like a nihilistic world, but it has hope. The villains have hope that they're going to have on top. So it does have hope. It's not a nihilistic, right? Kind of thing. So in that sense, yeah. But this is the worry, I guess, the DC versus Marvel. I think DC is way ahead of Marvel. And this is where the DC versus Marvel comes in, because I just heard this from Bounding in the Comics just yesterday. And we already know that Captain America Brave New World is completely over budget. Like, it can't make any money if it's, what is this, like it's over 300 million now?
Last I checked, it was over 400 million.
Right. So it's going back for reshoots, bro.
Yeah, it went. They scrapped it. They made it a whole different movie after Feige came in and started overlooking everything more concisely. Like, even it was during the whole time when Daredevil got completely redone.
Right? Completely scratched.
So, because Phase 4 because of that. So they really had to overhaul everything. So this movie's not going to make money. They're going to take a loss. They're going to take a loss in budget for this movie, hoping it does well-ish. It's well received in the theater, which I don't know. I really don't know. I hope so. I'm a Marvel fan. I hope it does well, and we get more. But yeah, they completely reshot this a bunch of times. So you're telling me they're going back to reshoots after the reshoots?
Right. This is just
wow.
new. This is new.
Wow. Okay, now
This
that's
is new.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
this
crazy.
is just new. I don't have confirmation. Boundary Comics just released it, and now it's like, what? Because my understanding that it was basically done after the reshoots.
Wow. So what? They test viewed it, and again, they're not happy with it.
I know that they were not happy with even with the reshoots and the reconstruction, they were still not happy. But
wow,
this is what
that's
worries
concerning.
me. This is Marvel. This is coming up. That's why I feel like DC is crushing Marvel in a sense. But the funny thing is, I think it's much like the election. In this, I feel like DC is a little bit more like Trump, giving you their policies and all that kind of stuff, and the other side running on like fumes of like, nah, man, you know how good our stuff is? Memories. And I think the two in between, because they don't have a straight plan. They keep changing the plan.
Wow.
I mean, don't forget, we have Captain America: Brave New World, and then we have the Thunderbolts, who's nobody's talking about.
No. That, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna flop. Thunderbolts with the asterisks, which is gonna be the Dark Avengers. Like, who are we kidding? That's where they're trying to do. But I'd honestly think there's not going to be anything that's going to be interesting here until the Russo brothers come back with their movies.
But
in my opinion,
remember the Russo brothers have kind of bombed in all the stuff that they're doing in Amazon and Netflix, I think. So haven't they?
Well, Netflix. Well, I think they were producers for the Extractions, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. But those were pretty good. They were like in name. I don't think they did any of the actual work on it. And the ones that they did, the one with Chris Evans, I think that one bombed.
Yes. No, you're right. But they're going back to what they were known for, right? So that's for me. That's where obviously they're putting all their eggs in one basket, right? Bringing RDJ back. With the Russo brothers, hopefully something crazy is going to happen.
Yeah.
But how are they going to tie all these movies into that?
Yeah, correct.
That are already they're already planned. It's going to be like, this movie is a perfect example of them not knowing the direction that they're going, because it's reshoots on reshoots already.
Yeah.
Why? What's going on behind the scenes that is causing all this? Right?
I don't know. I don't know either. I think they would just be better to do their Daredevil, do the Spider-Man. I heard that the Spider-Man now it's going to be cosmic stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, are you kidding? We should go back to Earth, and I'm worried. I'm worried for Marvel. Manolo Rivera, member of the channel, Marvel is done taking out their trash. No, they still have a lot more to go. It looks like, D-Bud, I can't think it. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted.
It's insane.
It's just insane.
Because last time I checked was like 400 million.
Yeah. How do you go back to more reshoots? I don't know.
How do you pass by that big boss? Hey, my boss, we didn't get right the third time. We need the fourth time.
Yeah, just this time for sure. Imagine if they did Bucky Barnes Captain America and it's a ransom story and he fights the Serpent Society. That's what I thought this was, Solomon. I thought this was that storyline with Cap fighting the Serpent Society. Yeah. But because they had the Serpent Society, you had Silver Sable, you have a lot of people from the Serpent Society, and I was like, if they do, some at least slightly comic accurate secret
Exactly.
Serpent Society costumes, in the style of the whole, Deadpool and Wolverine. Learn from that. Get some comic accurate, simple costumes, and Serpent Society. I think a Serpent Society. I mean, they would be, for one thing, the toys will fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
you just mentioned the name. You just mentioned the name Silver Sable, right?
right?
And see, that's a Sony character. And that's the
Right.
problem, I think, that's right now that could be hurting the movement of all these, characters, because you have Sony that's still holding on to whatever they're trying to do in their universe, which is terrible in my opinion. But you have all these characters that you've been using on and off between MCU and Sony Marvel, and you can't use them really without one letting them go, and that hurts the whole overall Marvel storyline that you're trying to do, right?
No,
Right? Because just think about it. Now that they have the rights for the X-Men, imagine they can redo the Infinity Saga all over again.
Mm-hmm.
With all the characters they have now. It would be more comic book accurate.
Yeah, but there's
Right.
no even talk about nothing about X-Men.
No.
That's the problem. They're just like, they should go back. Now they're talking about Fantastic Four, but there's not even talks about Fantastic Four that much. And it's already,
because
Fantastic Four is already like advanced in their storytelling, because they already have, like, they're gonna have the latest picture. They had a kid with them on the set,
goes-
so we're gonna Franklin Richards it. So,
but that's the thing. X-Men is their escape IP in case all this bombs, in my opinion. They're being very careful with what they do with the X-Men.
No, I agree with you. I just, the thing with this is, I feel like this is the simple fix. We just did it. Solomon Thornton, who's he's studying to write and direct, movies. He's just if you have the Serpent Society done right, you have your new villains. It's a Earth-based villainy. You can start everything up, and it'd be magical, right? That's not what it looks like they're doing. I mean, we talked about it last time. Remember, what do they have?
Yeah.
What if season 3, right? And this is not. We're fans. Me and Bosco, we went to see Venom. All right, that's how much of fans of Marvel we are. We went to see Venom, which everybody told everybody is, don't go see it. It's terrible. We got to do our Trump expression, Bosco. So it's like, don't go see Venom. It's terrible. Worst movie. You're not gonna like it. Not gonna like it at all.
we took that bullet. Yeah, we took that bullet.
It was a bullet, and I wanted to like it, and I don't know. But they got What If, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which some people are excited, some are not. We'll see. Yeah. I didn't like the animation. I don't think you liked it either. We have friends who want to see it.
Yeah, well, it's the Tom Holland, right? I looked into that after we spoke about it. It's Tom Holland Spider-Man when he was, he just gets his powers.
Yeah,
what
just gets started. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be him, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, right? What is this? But then we have Captain America: Brave New World.
Wow.
Which I think they did this whole thing wrong with this character. I would have loved to seen a Falcon movie rather than this. I love Falcon as a kid. I had his action figure.
Yeah.
This whole having him to be Captain America, I don't understand it. But hey, if people feel seen, hey, more power to them.
Right.
But if they have reshoots, I don't know how this is gonna work, because you have Red Hulk, you have so many moving parts. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Exactly. You took the words again. We're completely beside ourselves that there's some reshoots again.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I gotta bring this up, because Gasker's he's gonna be like, no, and I'm gonna be like, yes, and he's gonna be like, no, and he's gonna be like, yes, and then I'm gonna be dude, and you're gonna be dude, right?
Yeah,
Because
pretty much. I'm getting hot flashes too. I'm like, ¿cómo puede ser? Madre mía.
No, está loco porque mira, si esto da sentido, ok, ya gastaron suficiente dinero, saquen la película, ya tenía que haber salido la película, se la comen y hagan algo diferente.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that. They're not eating it. They're putting more into it. This is not right. This is a paella that's gone wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you scrap it. You don't put more ingredients.
Yeah.
You put it out for the little kids to eat.
I'm definitely gonna go see it when it comes out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be right at stuff.
Day one,
out of the
probably.
theater reaction.
Yeah. Man.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
¿Qué hace, primo? Our fellow cousin, the Equalizer, Polly Fletcher. You have to do better.
Yeah.
Did you even watch the TV show?
Of course I did.
Of course you did.
I had my gripes about it.
Yeah,
that was a little bit over the top. I understand, but it was a little bit over.
No. So they could have done that. Right. I just. This is
me. The fact that he was broke and he had no money.
Right, he's an Avenger,
and the bank wouldn't give him the loan. It's like ridiculous.
Oh, come on,
man. Like, help a brother out.
No, I watch, dude. Oh my gosh, I wish I had it queued up. Anthony Mackie said that since being Captain America, he enjoys it because he gets free like fishing cruises from like people recognizing him as Captain America.
Really?
So he in real life gets free cruises, but the character doesn't. Right? Come on.
Yeah.
All right. So next on the Marvel list, we have Daredevil.
Yep.
So
I'm from everything Marvel. I'm actually excited for the Daredevil.
Yes. I'm with you 1,000 and 10,000%.
I liked that trailer that they brought out. I liked it.
Now, I did hear some rumors about this, but I'm not going to tell you any of them because we're going to save our precious little hearts. I'm going to forget I even heard them.
You're going to make me cry.
I'm not going to make you cry. You're not going to be an MSNBC anchor on this channel, okay? Oh, then we got Los Thunderbolts. Oh,
yeah.
Which I haven't.
We should have got that.
This should have been released already.
Oh yeah.
Right. It was supposed to be last year, I think. Right.
They should have just brought it out.
All the stuff they should have brought it out. Yeah. So then we got Ironheart.
Oh no. Hard pass on me on that one.
Now I'm a little bit changing my heart on Ironheart.
Really?
Yes,
okay,
because
I'm curious why.
Okay, check it.
Checking.
Agatha actually has fans.
Okay.
Right? It actually has a lot of fans that I've seen on Instagram, on Twitter, actually doing things, moving stuff around, rewatching the show, promoting the show, doing cosplay. So it's moving the needle. This could be a style similar to that. It could touch a vein, right?
Okay.
Because even though I didn't like Wakanda Forever, hashtag bring back T'Challa, but I do think that this could have an opportunity to bring in some fresh takes to even though we know it's old, we know that it's probably going to get buried. I do think this is not going to be Echo. So I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm hoping, because I do see a lot of little girls really checking it out. A couple of my cousins kind of like the idea.
All right.
So yes.
All right.
And that is fresh cakes, not fresh takes, not fresh cakes.
Cakes are delicious.
¿Cómo estás, Lombardi? And I've heard Anthony Mack is rude to fans. Yeah, none of these people should be rude to fans. That's their bread and butter, bro.
He's a rude boy.
He's a rude boy. I'm a rude boy coming in the rude sons. Yeah, so this one I think could surprise because it's no fanfare. In other words, nobody's looking to do gangbusters. It could be a little bit of a sleeper. Don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Then we have Fantastic Four.
Los Fantástico Cuatro.
Los Fantástico Cuatro, que ya sabemos que van a tener a Franklin Richards. We already saw pictures of Franklin Richards. And everybody is excited for this one. I'm optimistic. Not as much as everybody, but I do want it to do well. So we'll see. Then we have, of course, Eyes of Wakanda, which we have a lot of friends that are excited for. We'll see. It looks cool.
I'll check it out.
You know, it is written by Ryan Coogler. So is it, are we getting good Ryan Coogler or bad Ryan Coogler?
Are we getting Timo Ryan Coogler?
I don't know. Marvel Zombies, which some people are going to like, some people don't. I think it's a bit of a bait and switch because...
Yeah, that's because of the hype of the what ifs, right? With the zombies.
Oh, no, hold on. You guys are so mean. Wonder Man, I heard different things about. A lot of people are not happy about the race swap. Some people think he can pull it off. He was great in Aquaman as Black Manta. I think he did well in that too. You know, you have Ben Kingsley. I don't know where they're going with this because, you know, he's the villain in the comic books first. Then he became a hero, you know, weird type of powers. But we'll see what they do. I know a lot of family members are excited on this one. Right. So,
yeah.
What do you got?
Like I said, I'm Wonder Man. I didn't follow him that much unless he crossed over to whatever comics that I was reading.
Right.
Listen, you know, might be one of those that, like you say, sleeper for Riri there, Ironheart. Maybe this, you know, is going to have a more of a comedic swing because we have, my God, why am I forgetting his name? He's a very well-known actor. He was pretending to be the Mandalorian, the Mandarin.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley.
Thank you, Ben Kingsley. You know, he's a great actor, and he's going to be in more of a comedic relief with them. So there might be a chemistry there that actually makes this show enjoyable, right?
Yeah, you have two great actors together, right?
Exactly.
This could be so Wonder Man could be the Penguin of Marvel.
Well, now you're dreaming.
Just you like that?
Damn, that was like, right. Hopefully, you know what? Let's say hopefully it is
right,
and bring some light into it. Yeah.
Right. No, we got Doomsday, which besides from who's doing it, you know, Robert Downey Jr., Russo brothers. We'll see. It was Kang Dynasty.
Nothing.
So we got nothing.
We have nothing in any of the other projects and movies that came out that actually ties into or hints this at all.
Nothing.
Besides Easter eggs and making your own illusions of, you know, the whole adamantium and the whole.
There's no. I don't even. Do we even have a script or anything? I don't know.
No, I don't think there's anything.
Yeah,
they must have some kind of outline or something, right?
Yeah, because you know you do have Doom and you do have Fantastic Four, so you would think there's a connection. I think it's a mistake to bring in Doom right away with Fantastic Four because they have such a great bunch of villains. Because they bring in Fantastic Four, they already have Galacticus, and they're like, come on, man. It's a lot. This is where I worried with the Superman is you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, we kind of don't know anything about it, but room temperature reheated leftovers level excitement. Yeah, but we're still hungry though. Appropriate title, Doomsday. That's messed up. We don't know anything about Doomsday. Supposedly,
it's spring of 2025. Apparently.
Yeah, so supposedly the script's being written. Anything that I heard, so yeah, we don't, and things could change. You saw that the movie's supposed to come out soon, Captain America, and reshoots. So Marvel right now needs somebody to sit everybody down and go, okay, hold up. Wait a minute, something ain't right. Spider-Man 4. So
Yeah.
he's
So
gonna
you
be
said
coming
that
back.
this is going to be cosmic?
Now this is from I had it somewhere, but I think it's on Instagram. Instagram's been funny for me in the computer right now.
Okay.
So supposedly Kevin Feige said that there's gonna be some kind of symbiotic stuff, some cosmic stuff in Spider-Man. Zendaya is supposed to come back. I think Vulture is
Okay.
supposed to come back. So I don't know what they're. I don't know if they're trying to join the Sony universe with this one. At
The
this
symbiote that was
point,
left behind. Yeah.
yeah, at this point, I don't know. I mean, like I said, this one to me was like you guys did a little too much. It should be, Spider-Man, but so we know Tom Holland's in it. I think Zendaya is supposedly already in it, and Vulture's already in it. So Keaton is going to be in it. Besides that, I think they said they're going to go a little more cosmic. So
Wait, how's Keaton? See, how is Keaton in it if Keaton got left behind in the Sony's verse after Morbius?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think this is going to be. This has got me worried. This is the one because so far the Spider-Man ones have been a bit of a more fresh take on Marvel.
Yeah.
So
what a mess.
I
What a
don't
mess,
know.
like-
That's I think on this one, Marvel's. Then we got the Vision
Quest.
series, who's already being shot in England, I believe. It might have been already be done shooting, I think. But I know that Tenny Metalis is on it, so he's from Star Trek Picard. So, and Paul Beatty supposedly had to watch Agatha. So there's going to be some kind of that element in it.
Yeah, that's what I heard about the connection between the two.
Right.
That they're saying that Billy is, maybe Billy went into his body or something. I don't know. But they're going to tie it in
I don't
that
know.
way.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm your father and you're my son all at once.
Yeah. We got Secret Wars. That's supposedly the Beyonder now. That's the only thing that we know about Secret Wars. I think they're gonna try to cast a Beyonder, and this is the one where supposedly they might bring in the X-Men, like you were saying.
Yeah, they might bring in some of the X-Men,
right?
And then I know there was rumors as well as about an Avengers movie, which is Avengers versus the X-Men.
Which that would be genius for them if they could.
Yeah, it would be genius. But I think, you know what? I think, and many of us have been saying this, at least in my circles, that they should take the Secret Wars as the restart. After this movie, just restart it. Like restart the Marvel, universe again and use a clean slate.
Yeah.
Because I think they were too quick with the whole, getting rid of our top players like RDJ and Chris Evans and all that. People want to see them. People want to see them. Look how they're Deadpool and Wolverine. People in my theater lost it when they saw Chris Evans in that scene, right? And we all thought at one point he's a Captain America, and then he does the flame on thing, and everybody they applaud.
They were nuts, yeah.
And look, Marvel's been canceling a lot of stuff too. The whole Blade thing is postponed indefinitely, even though there's rumors of it that's gonna start filming soon. Like you have different people saying different things, and that's basically because of the reception of Wesley Snipes in that movie. So, yeah, I don't know. Marvel right now is up in the air. My excitement level it's not there like it used to be at all. At all. I remember I used to count down, and put it on my calendar. Okay, this movie's coming out this time. I'm not like that anymore. Like I said before, the only thing I'm excited for and seeing is the Daredevil because I like that trailer, and it feels like wow, they're really taking this from the whole Netflix series, and continuing it, right? So I'm excited for that.
The whole "we're so back" moment,
Yeah.
Then of course is their Blade, which we already know it's kind of in the can. So it's to be announced that we were talking about. then Shang-Chi,
I know.
which, yeah, tu favorito canadiense.
Oh my God, he's
no boba
yeah.
for you.
No boba for him. I actually
Oscar.
had a boba today.
Oh
Actually,
my gosh,
it's
we have
empty
no
on my desk
boba
right
here.
now.
We have no boba. I'm in the middle of nowhere with no boba.
Yeah,
That's
some
messed
presto
up.
tea. Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
do. As soon as I get
Yeah.
back to Vegas, I'm gonna have some boba and some pho.
And so that
You know?
Simu Liu Neo's, if he's watching right now, it was served by a white girl, but rest assured there were Asian people in the back working.
That's right. Asian
So
people.
there's no cultural appropriation there.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with this one. Then they got so-called Armor Wars, which
That's canceled. Yeah, they canceled that.
it's like another one that went nowhere. And then newest season of X-Men 2, which I believe is already kind of halfway done, right?
Halfway done because the Mayo actually had it written, but apparently after all the drama, there's a lot of rewriting going on. So don't know if this is going to be out in the time they say it's going to be out.
Mm-hmm.
But again, X-Men 97 was awesome. I enjoyed it. It made me go back to reading my comic books and pulling out those cardboard boxes with all my issues there. I'm gonna definitely watch this to see what they do with it, and hopefully it's they stick the landing like they did with the first season.
Yeah, that's hopefully, so that's it. That's I mean, we're all cautiously optimistic, and you gotta be.
Yeah.
De lejos, bastante lejos.
Yeah.
Spider-Man son los mejores entre los malos. Sí. Yeah. No sé.
Yeah.
It's
a Spider-Verse without the Spider-Man.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Cáscate la Pepe.
Yeah. Samuel Petrushka, yeah.
Yeah. No,
but don't worry.
That Dragon's Den thing triggered me.
No, that Dragon's Den thing. If you guys don't know, Simu Liu went on a show that's a Shark Tank of Canada. It's called Dragon's Den. Actually, I think it was before. It was before Shark. There was a Shark Tank. There was a Lion's Den in England, a show, and then there was one in Canada. So it actually predates Shark Tank. And the Canadian Shark Tank had Simu Liu in it. Why I don't know.
Because he's an entrepreneur and he's somebody well known and he has money and his opinion counts.
There you go.
His opinion counts. He's a superstar.
Superstar.
You know how superstars can sway people to do certain things.
There you go. The superstars are able to tell people what to do, or not.
Yeah.
So that was Marvel. And speaking of superstars that are mad that it can't tell people what to do, man, that was the night yesterday. So Jamie Lee Curtis, Christina Applegate, and more Hollywood stars react with shock, dismay to Donald Trump's election. Why? Give me your reasons why. Now, somebody looking out. Somebody looking out for this because you're Canadian.
Mm-hmm. I am.
What do you think about the kind of meltdown?
I think it's ridiculous, to be honest with you. I don't see why people are completely. It just goes to prove that they live in their own bubble, right? Mm-hmm. And they only see what they want to see. They don't see like the both ends of the spectrum, right?
Right.
There's truth behind when Trump was in office the last time. I have a buddy of mine,
right,
who lives in close to a steel mill in the United States, and he told me those ovens, the chimneys of that factory, there was only one working for years. And when Trump came into the office, putting the tariffs that he did against Canada with good reason, all of a sudden, out of the 6 smokes, he had 4 running, and people were getting jobs back. And he's a businessman. He knows what's good economically, I guess. That people have issues with what comes out of his mouth. Fine. Other people find it entertaining. But I just find what their reaction is ridiculous. All these people that all these actors coming out saying, "Oh, if he wins, I'm going to move." I wonder how many of them are actually going to do that, right?
No, yeah.
The only thing I know is that we were discussing it before. Was when he was in office last time, when he got elected last time, we had a lot of illegal immigrants coming in from the United States to Canada into our border in droves, because of ICE, because he
Right.
gave power to ICE for getting rid of the illegal immigrants that were in the country. So a lot of them were coming up north. And I know I just heard on the news today that they're preparing a task force now to man the border, to be proactive for that not to happen again. Because you have to remember, like, we have an unmanned, like, there's a lot of land, in our border.
Oh,
that
heck
is
yeah.
not, we don't have a wall up here.
Right. No,
Right?
no. Yeah.
So it's like you just crossed a river, and if
That's
state
it.
trooper sees you that you crossed that river, you were fishing. True story. You were fishing down the river, and all of a sudden you get a bunch of patrol officers from the United States saying, "Don't move," and you're there with your fishing rod going, what did I do? And you just realize that, oh, I just went downstream and crossed into the United States without knowing. Right? Yeah. But yeah.
You're an illegal moose.
Yeah. My legal moose. I bring you maple syrup and beaver
I made
cans.
your maple syrup. Don't you excited?
Yeah. But I don't know, I think it's ridiculous. And you know what? No matter what, the important is, like, in any election, even up here, God, can't wait for Trudeau to be out of office.
Right.
It's after the election is the people to come together and work together and make it better.
Right.
That's what it comes down, respectfully.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true Canadian, I know.
There you go. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Together. So they.
Sí se puede. Sí se
Sí se
puede.
puede.
Yeah.
So it did shock a lot of people. Decisive presidential victory shocked Hollywood and its actors, celebrities, especially after they pushed it. Personalities. Late Tuesday, former Married with Children star Christina Applegate said that Trump's win threatened reproductive rights, already impacted after blah blah blah. So I guess she was on fire. Jamie Lee Curtis on Instagram, that Trump's win means sure return to more restrictive, some fear draconian times. Many fear their rights are being impeded and denied. Many minority groups and young people would be afraid. Gay trans people would be more afraid. Blah 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 blah.
But that's the thing I don't get, right? Because when he was in power last time, there was still gays and trans people around, and was it that terrible? I don't remember hearing anything. I'm asking the question. I don't know.
No. Yeah,
you have more.
There was nobody
American
chasing
channels,
them out, right?
Right, exactly. That I didn't see anything on the news. Then again, Trudeau does censor our news up here sometimes, but I didn't hear anything, and now it seems like if like people are reacting like it's an apocalyptic event happening.
Right, because that's what they were saying was going to happen. Even though it didn't happen the first time he was president, we had this blow up, right? So Jamie Lee Curtis, many were celebrating, other gloating. It means the return to restrictive, some fear draconian time. And that's the out of touch, I want to say, of Hollywood, is because we already had that. And a lot of people felt a lot more draconian with, the administration that's still in power right now, and it's been in power for 4 years. So I guess Cardi B also, she said, "I hate y'all bad." So that was from the genius Cardi B. That's very eloquent. So no matter what they said to bring you down, belittle your fun president, you never say you didn't run your race with honesty and integrity, blah, 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 blah. So I guess Billie Eilish also brought in the war on women, Ariana Grande, all in the hand of every person who's feeling the immeasurable heaviness of this outcome today. Musician Ethel Cain, I don't know who that is. If you voted for Trump, hope that peace never finds you. So it's, it's very, very warm, But
how many? Oh, hold on. The Democrats are Harris, right? And the Republicans is Trump, right? Okay,
correct.
So I know many, because I have family who live in the United States. I know many that were Democrats for years, but voted Republican.
Right. No, yeah.
Because
I know a lot of people
not because of what he says out of his mouth, but what he can do economically for the country.
Right.
And that's what counts, man. What counts is your bank account and the way of life you can have. And like they said, like the rest, you haven't really seen or heard when he was in power last time all these atrocities that apparently is going to happen. I don't know.
No, I do see. I mean, I guess that's the whole, like, what's going to happen in Hollywood now? I know that they're going to have their boogeyman back. They have him back now, right? But a lot of the stuff that they were doing with him, meaning the rhetoric of, Trump bad, yellow, orange man bad, was not making money for them, right? Is it going to change? We don't know. But I know that they're blaming us for all this problems. So
What,
not necessarily
Hispanics?
you, because you were, you didn't vote,
No.
Although you could in California.
That's like Canada 2.0 over there. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So now this is Morning Joe. So I guess they're saying it's our fault.
Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest, and they need to say, yes, there's misogyny, but it's not just misogyny from white men. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Órale.
It's our fault.
Oye, mujer, ¿dónde está mi bocadillo? Tengo hambre.
¿Dónde está? Y si supieran, ¿no? Porque las
si
viejas
supieran.
nos dicen todo lo que tenemos que hacer.
If they only knew the truth, right?
If they only knew the truth about women, Latina women in the house,
Yeah. You tell her, make me a sandwich. You see what happens.
make me a sandwich. Yeah, it's gonna be make me a sandwich, all right. Although my wife makes delicious sandwiches.
Absolutely, we might have the time, the sandwiches. It's all about how you say it.
Yes. So yeah.
Right. It's misogyny from black men. Things we've all been.
Damn, he's calling them all out. Right.
Oh, manga de racistas. I'm sorry. This is I love my friends who are very liberal and all stuff, but this dude is just like unhinged, because look at the eyes, they're like, it's like it's our fault,
Yeah. He's really digging those Harry Potter glasses, huh?
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Wow.
Talking about who do not want a woman leading them. Might be
go to I mean, the funny thing is, go to South America, Central America. We've had women presidents. Obviously that's not the case, homie. Right?
Yeah.
But
we've had a woman prime minister up here. Didn't last very long, but yeah.
What? Yeah. I mean, but come on, that's
race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States. The Democratic Party.
She isn't black.
You're sitting around talking,
right?
She's not black, and that's one of the things that I've seen that she rallied around the black people and coming out like she's black and one of them, but she isn't. She's Indian descendant. Brown.
Let's say that she's black and half Indian and I don't know, 3/4 of a fifth mulatto with 5/8 of Chinese Mongolian, right? The fact that they're saying that, okay, we're not supposed to have an opinion because of our race, and these people don't get called for it. It's the same thing with Hollywood.
So what happened when what were they saying when he won against Hillary?
Oh, that he's it was all he was
white.
All the races, right? I mean,
okay.
The misogyny. But this now with this one, it's not only misogyny, it's misogyny and racism. But the fact that even black Dane County, which is in Florida, no, it's what is it?
Dade County.
Yeah, I think in Florida.
It's one in Miami. Yeah,
Miami-Dade.
Yeah.
Miami-Dade. They voted. I believe they voted predominantly Republican, which is crazy because that's like 2 Live Crew land, right? I mean, there's a bunch of my cousins there, and there also, I think it was a Latino. I forgot what county in Texas that hasn't voted Republican since the 19 something, right? Like, since the United States was basically had anything. And they did also. This is Latino Texas. Obviously but hey, please tell me, glasses, dude, how we're racist, This is but I think that not all Hollywood is like this, bro. Chris Pratt did come out and he
got
said,
heat. Yeah.
he was like, Americans supporting each other after election day is a bigger civic duty than voting.
100%.
Accept the results and help everyone in need.
Amen. That's how it's supposed to be.
He was not in that Avenger, cry fest. He was not out there calling people Yahtzees and Blatzees and whatever Hoxie the Hoxie is. He was out there doing that, but there was another dude out there also. So Paul Rudd was out there in Pennsylvania. I don't know. I don't know if he's for the D's or the R's. I don't know, but I know he was out there
Paul Rudd just showed up, Nicole, because he heard the line was so long. Paul, what brought you out?
I just want to give people water. They're waiting in line for a long time, and it's a wonderful thing that all these young people are out voting.
2 hours, they're saying some of these young guys are online for.
It's impressive.
When you heard that, did you say right away, I got to come out here, get to this line?
We've been doing lots of stuff today here in Pennsylvania, and we wanted to come out and tell these students that they're doing really great things.
Paul Rudd just showed.
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
So I mean, I don't want people say that we're bashing actors or we're bashing everybody in Hollywood. There's people in Hollywood actually doing stuff. I didn't hear Paul Rudd screaming who not to vote for, who to vote for. I didn't hear Chris Pratt doing that. I just heard them. Hey, we're gonna give out some water. We're gonna. Hey, everybody, keep it civil. That's a completely different take.
Yeah. And that's why people are losing their mind, those actors. And I think in their mind, they were living so much in that little world of theirs that they really thought and believed, because they were out there in droves, that they were going to win.
Oh, yeah.
And reality just kicked them in the face pretty damn hard.
No.
Yeah.
It's I mean, my main thing is, did you guys vote?
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
you voted, you did your duty. That's all you could do.
If you didn't, don't complain.
Pretty much.
For either side, pretty much. That's how I used to say up here. When family and stuff, it goes, oh, mine is. I'm like, did you vote? No, then shut your mouth.
Yeah, pretty much. If you voted, you're good. If you didn't, hey, shut your mouth. But I do think that there is hope in Hollywood in this one, because there are some people that have common sense. They have people that not, I mean, we do have the people who we're going to have to say goodbye to. Adios. Should we play some music? Let's see.
They actually did a list of the people that said they were going to leave.
Yeah. So,
wow, that's pretty big. Yeah.
So let's do. All right. So goodbye and good riddance to Barbara Streisand, Whoopi Goldberg, Raven Simone, Miley Cyrus, Bryan Cranston, Lena Dunham, Andy Cohen, Amy Schumer, Howard Stern, Bruce Springsteen, Chelsea Handler, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Robert De Niro, Cher, Samuel L. Jackson, and Whoopi Goldberg, and Jon Stewart. Thank you so much for bringing us joy all this time. We will miss you.
That was nice.
Thank you. And you like that?
It was like I was on the spa. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Oswald, you want $5 happy ending?
No, thank you. Not today.
Not today. But it's our fault.
Yeah.
It's our fault. We take full responsibility.
Mm.
because I guess we lost the ground, Latinos. You lost it for us. We didn't do right by you, almighty, billion-dollar corporations. I'm so sorry that we didn't do right by you, that you were not able to hold down the line. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we didn't do it. I'm sorry we weren't able to basically just lockstep walk with you on everything that you said, and everything that we're doing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Major corporations who backed another candidate, and I mean the gall to call us out like it's our fault, right? It's like are you guys buying groceries out here?
I actually heard your inflation is actually higher than ours.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
We got a lot more people than y'all.
A lot more people, and your currency is more than ours. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but hey, Harris loses ground with Latinos. It's all Latinos. You heard it before, like, hey, it's our fault, So, I mean, what are we going to do? Pobrecitos corporations. But I do know that a lot of people were mad because I did see a lot of my Latino friends on Instagram, on X, share things like this. You know what? We're sorry. Make carne asada burritos $5 again. That's what you saw from Latinos. I'm sorry, CNN, MSNBC, and Hollywood Reporter.
I wanted to make a shirt that says "Mangia" in Italian. Mangia questo qui.
Mangia questo qui. Questo qui.
But yeah, $1 Canadian is worth 72 cents American. Yeah, ain't that something?
No, no, and our inflation affects your guys' inflation.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does. Listen, I mean, we're like Canadians are like lost cousins of the American people,
right?
We're the ones that got left behind in the divorce, pretty much. But we've been partners in every war together, and there's a history there. And what Trump wants to do and tariffs and stuff is understandable. And that our prime minister, or not prime minister, but the one that's Pierre Poilievre, he has the same mentality. He wants to invest within their country, which you all do, right? Because we're so dependent on outside countries for resources and for development, because it's cheaper, and he wants to go towards the big companies to invest and create jobs here, which is absolutely normal.
Right.
Yeah.
No, completely. I mean, this is the horrible Latinos that
make
fajita
$2.99 a pound.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, these are
carne de fajita is expensive now. That used to be the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
We got all the the poor gabachos going out to Mercado del Pueblo out there, and it's like, what? What do you mean $5 for fajita meat?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, is it Angus? Is this Angus meat?
Over here's like $10. Come on, man.
No, it's great value meat. Great value meat. Oh gosh.
But this is how he was treating, bro. He was like, this is like people were saying, like, Trump pregunta a la comunidad presidente de Sudamérica si prefiere ser llamados latinos o hispanos. This is a response.
Which do you prefer? Latinos. Uh-oh. Let me give it one more shot.
This is Albuquerque, New Mexico. He did lose New Mexico, but it was close. It was close.
A lot of them were close.
A lot of them were close, bro.
That's the
Chicago.
thing.
Chicago was like Detroit. I mean, Philly. I mean, dude. It's not just us, bro. It's also half of me, which is my black family. So don't blame us all.
Yeah.
But check this out.
Latinos. Hispanics.
Damn. Okay. Latinx. Oh, that silence.
Dude, Latinx, yeah, that would be like, oh, I gotta make one.
Cricket.
I gotta make one of those clips. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I gotta make that.
Do it, man. Do it.
Do it.
Put it out there.
Do it. Do it.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Do it now. What are you insane people that are still hanging out with us saying? Donovan Bradford, definitely big insecurity on Dems. We had him in office once before a while. And well, I wouldn't forget the 1/6 ride that I slept like a baby. The world would keep spinning. Yeah, I mean, the world keeps spinning. That I think what we're asking is like, is Hollywood going to do a little bit of a course correct? I think that's where we're kind of wondering, you know? You have their Fletcher was race based on class and not race. Yeah, I agree. They did try to play a little bit of the race card, and I think people noticed that. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know? It was so heavy-handed.
Yeah.
I mean,
en todo el culo.
Todo, no, tremendo, porque sale, va a la bodega, se va a la esquina, vamos a cortar el pelo, todos, mira. No, come on, man. Come on. We know what you're doing. Make carne asada cheap again. Carlos Alfredo López, el Latino Bigotes, que no quisieron votar por Mala. Yeah. Pobre Latinos Bigotes, yeah.
Did she even come out and talk yet? Apparently, I heard that she didn't even address.
Oh, I have something on that. Hold on. So, Connie Clear. Hola, Connie. It's great to see you.
Connie.
Solomon Thornton acts like Denzel Washington, Pacino, etc., keeping their views to themselves. Celebrities should do that. That's true. I mean, this oversharing. Paul scene based, Paul Rudd. Yeah, Paul. At least he's doing something that I don't care what his political leanings are. He's out there giving water, saying, "Hey, come out and vote." Remember those get out and vote where the celebrities would tell you to go out and vote, but not who to vote for?
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's what it used to be.
You got to go out and vote. Be somebody.
Yeah, you got to go and vote. Get out to vote, man. I know what you're saying, Carlos. I know what you're saying, but I'm trying to. This is Latinos. This is we got to be civil, man. Got to be civil. Don't try to blow my spot.
Oh damn! It's true. We're on Polly's channel. I have to tone it down. If
I just tone it down, bro. Let's relax. We're on Polly's channel. Terry Ike, America has been unburdened itself of what has been. Yes, it has. Visitor, I can't wait for this Wocosos to consider La Raza Latinos to what they already have, bro. They already consider us what they Jason. That's like the whole thing. Now we're taking over. The Asians got nothing on us now. The Asians have nothing on us. But you were saying, bro, because you and I know you got to go into a couple of minutes. Man, thanks so much for hanging with me today. I really appreciate it. We were talking about where she was at because she didn't come out last night. La Mala. La Mala didn't come out last night. So this is my homeboy Mark with a C. Yeah. There's a lot of angry, confused, and down-round scared people in America right now. They really needed to hear from her last night and this morning, but apparently she's not thinking about them. This speaks volumes about who she is. Yeah, we dodged a bullet, I think I just want to see with this one. And this is, to me, I mean, the faces, I think it's just horrible what happened, you know? I mean, at least come out. I think Hillary did the same thing. It's just, the character. Come on. You don't go out there. You don't tell your people, hey, we fought the good fight.
It was close.
It was close. Hey, it was close. I mean, there wasn't a thing. I mean, some places, yeah, it was completely, overblown, but there's some places that were really, really close. These people were out there canvassing for you. I guess there's music on that one. Yeah. But I think it's just a video of the faces in the crowd.
Well, yeah, they were standing there for hours and
hours, bro.
Hours, man. And not to see the person you're supporting come up, for me, that's a slap in the face.
No, and people were leaving early. I hear and stuff because it was already like like it's nothing's gonna happen today. And I'm sorry, isn't that a bit of a disrespect?
Yeah.
You know, she left the black community hanging. The ones who said, "Okay, hey, we're one of you. Let's do it or whatever." And she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you guys, we're not
Yeah.
we're not hanging with you." I think it was a bit completely disappointing, and I think it was very low energy, as you would say,
Oh yeah. Well,
of what they keep saying.
One thing's for certain. If I doubt she's going to go up for re-election, try to get to be elected again,
Right.
because the people won't forget this. The people won't forget this. You can't do that. You can't. The person has to take accountability for the loss and go out there and be the bigger person and say, hey, like you said, we fought the fight and it didn't work out, and we'll try again in 4 years from now, right, or something like that. Not even that. So anyway, it's done now. Too late to go back.
It's I think it people did a lot of work. People did a lot of work, and I'm sorry, she should have been like, hey,
Yeah.
But yeah, Terry, we agree. Hit that like button. We love super chats. We love member chats.
Thumbs up,
we're
buddy.
hanging out in the slant today, but don't forget to subscribe to Midnight Edge Espanol also.
Absolutely.
And hang out with us. Jesus Davalos in the house. Que pasó, loco? Member of the channel. I used to be able to buy food for several members of my family for myself to share. Now that puts a hole in my pocket. I think that's what people don't understand. I think people don't understand that a lot of people were hurting and nobody paid attention to that. It's like, okay, but hey, we got all this life-changing things and all this stuff that's happening. But when we don't have enough money to pay for our sizable families, I think that tells you maybe you're not going in the right direction. Imagine if Ms. Harris would have come out and been like, you know what? I know it's been rough. We're going to make it better. This is how I'm going to make it better. And you know what? I'm going to start making it better now. I think this would have been a whole different enchilada.
Yep. Absolutely, man.
So, but I know you gotta bounce, bro.
I gotta bounce.
So I'm not gonna get yelled at by your wife. So
First, man, it's fun when I can jump on here on Wednesdays early to be with you, man. It's always fun. And
no, bro, it's amazing. Thank you so much. I mean,
es una gozadera, man. Es una gozadera. The chat siempre jumping in the chat. I appreciate everybody in the chat.
Siempre. So tell everybody where you're hanging out, bro.
Exactly, the Hangout. That's a show I have every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Basco Scenario channel. And yeah, come and check us out if you're not busy. And again, man, great conversation. And me encantó estar aquí de nuevo contigo, man.
No, muchas gracias. Un placer, vos.
All right, chat. Like, what is it that Polly says? Keep your slant on or something like that?
Keep your slant for wherever you're at. Keep your slant fuerte.
Exactly. There you go. All right, man. Polly right now is definitely having a great time, and I hope.
Oh yeah, hanging out in Mexico, hanging out. Yeah.
Awesome.
All
right, take care, guys.
Later, bro. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Ciao. All right, gang. No, we've been hanging out. You guys have been ride or die. Thank you so much. It's been crazy. I think this whole election has people a little bit unhinged in some side, and some side it's also like, it happened. All right. So whatever side you're on, hey, if you voted, you did your job, and hopefully we'll see what happens, and hopefully good things will come. One thing I wanted to cover is that the Harry Potter 2.0 So Warner Brothers plans on keeping the magic alive with new HBO series, video games, and pricey merch. We all know the Harry Potter TV show is coming. We do know that Rowling is it's on par to be a hands-on with it as much as possible. But the video game is also doing well. There's another video game that's on the way, and there's now plans for a lot of stuff that's happening in Warner Brothers. If you guys go to the parks, they are like the number one thing right now. I think at Universal, it's blowing up, and a lot of people are looking forward to everything that's happening with the Potter series. So, according to this from Variety, in a grand mahogany kitchen just outside London, there's Harry Potter magic at work. Pots are steaming, whisks are whirling, and the air is thick with sugar. In one corner, shelves are stacked with glass jars full of treats, not unlike those you find in Honeydukes, the popular candy store of the Harry Potter film series. Dotting the room are other whimsical objects Potter fans will recognize: the sorting hat, the twizzling trophy, the Godric Gryffindor sword. But the figures standing hurriedly between the props and culinary equipment aren't house elves. They're contestants of the competition, Harry Potter, Wizards of Bacon, which bows November 14th on Food Network and Max. Wizards of Bacon is produced by Warner Harris. Ya no puedo hablar. Horizon Television is expected to arrive with little fanfare, but its debut kicks off a carefully orchestrated effort by Warner Brothers to launch the next wave of Harry Potter products, ranging from TV series to video games, theme parks to high-end merchandise. And let me tell you guys, all my cousins, my wife, they love the baking shows, the house shows, and all this kind of stuff. So this reach, and we already know the ladies love Harry Potter. This reach into basically the how-to world for Harry Potter, I think is genius. Genius. So let's check it out. So, Polly sent me a text. What's up? All right, cool. I'll react to that. Let's see. Let me finish this up. I'll go to that right now. And kicking off the campaign with Wizards of Bacon, it's a hat tip to Warner Media and Discovery beginning. The two giants came. Let me get rid of this ad. Go away, ad. Nobody likes you. So those two giants came together, $43 billion merger 2022, precise the new riches of marrying Warner Brothers controlled properties and Discovery. Strong lineup of channels. It's going to be huge. Prospect bringing together the Taste of Hogwarts into Food Network has been a dream channel leader. Betsy Ayala. I'm telling you, that's Latina ladies. They know what's up when it comes to cooking. And this, I think, is going to work great for them. So immediately, Warner harassed what do you think about us doing a Harry Potter together with food? And it was like, I was actually thinking the same thing. Immediately hit the ground running. It's going to be hosted by actors James and Oliver Phelps, who played mischievous twin brothers Wizards Fred and George Weasley in the Harry Potter movies. Wizards of Bacon would challenge professional bakers to produce elaborate cakes, taste great, and tell a story that reflects on Potter's wizarding world. You're really asking them to bring the story alive, explains veteran foodie, who will also serve as a judge, Carla Hall. And if you don't know Carla, she is amazing, wonderful Black woman chef. She is amazing. So this, I think, it's going to be awesome. A lot of people are going to be surprised, I think, how well this does. This is going to be, I think, the kickoff into the how-to realm with Warner Brothers. I think this is going to make money for them. I think this is really going to be a hit for them. Let me know what you guys think about this, because I think this is going to be like, can I say it? This is going to be cake. Oh my gosh. So Polly has sent me something. Let me see if I can pull it up. So here we go. I guess it's La Mala Harris. La Mala Harris está hablando. So we're going to react to this. And let me see if I got it. Okay. Share this tab instead. Okay.
People, a fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up.
So is she not giving up or giving up? I guess I'm kind of confused on this one.
I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways.
Sure.
In
That's
how we
scary.
live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work.
All right.
And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is, I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed.
Oh no, she did that. It's
But
okay.
please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. HU. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
What? Did she get the memo? Did she get the memo? Did she get the memo that you gotta say God bless? Oh man. There you go. There she goes. Señora Presidenta. Oh, I don't know. What do you guys think? There, she's going out in her place of glory. What is she conceding? Is she not conceding? I guess I don't understand. So let's probably go back, I guess. So to the beginning, so I guess it was the beginning. Let's see what she started with. Okay, this is the beginning. Let's get the music out. All right. So, all right, let's go. All right, no music. Did they stop the music?
Good afternoon. Good.
So I guess this is the beginning.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran and the way we ran it. Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future. And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
All right, that's a good part.
A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle.
That's got to be like a dig, right? It's like the whole hey, that's it. We accept the stuff, It's not all the time, Remember with what was his name? The contested election, and then
as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
And that's kind of rich, it's kind of rich since she was trying to, take out the Constitution so many times but let's, we give it honor. So she's saying all the right things, now, right?
And loyalty to our conscience and to our God.
That I think is the kicker. Now that she's mentioning God, because I know even my wife was like, she's not that bad. She's not that bad. But when she did the whole hey, let's not, you're at the wrong rally when you say Christ is Lord. That's, you know how many people I think she lost on that one? That was a big one. And I know family members who got lost in that one, but now I give it to her script writer on this one. They did have her say the right things, because she hasn't been campaigning all these stuff.
My allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do.
I think we're caught up. This is kind of where we left off last time. I think this is where we were catching up between when we had it live, and yeah, she conceded. A lot of people didn't think she was going to, and you know, good on her. Give honor to the scriptwriter, who obviously really, you know, I think if she would have said a lot of these things before, it could have been a little bit different. But yeah. But there you go. There you go. She's out there saying all the right stuff. Let's see what you guys are saying. Terry Ike, member of the channel, has she said anything in there that's cohesive, any of it leaning from Biden's speeches? I think this is a well-written speech. I think this one you got to give it to her. She's actually, you know, coherent and makes a point. Gonzalo Bergay, but you have been telling people to look at their neighbor and see the racist misogynist. That is the issue. The issue is that the divide was kind of like already in the place, right? If you breed division and now all of a sudden unity, it kind of don't work. $5 says Biden will resign before the January 3rd, so she can be the first female president. You know what? I won't make that bet. That is a good bet. That is a good bet, bro. Man. Yeah, that I could see them doing that way later. They're like, okay, yeah, we put a female, the first, you know, Black Indian, whatever, you know, precedent out there was us Democrats. So, okay. That one I didn't see coming. A lot of things, you know, we didn't see coming on this one, but man, that one I gotta give you that one. That one's a good one, bro. That I don't know. I don't know if that would be something, man. That would be something. So yeah, Polly says good on Kamala, and that he gives her credit. So let's say, Rafa, do you just pick the Bosa once again? That's right, we did. Legal election. That's what happens. Carlos Alfredo Lopez says, wonder how many bottles she drank to be able to say that. She looks pretty hydrated. I mean, I don't know. Does she have a lot of wine? And does wine drink? What's up, Rogu? Hey. Polly is in Mexico celebrating Romy's birthday. Yeah. So you can see, see, Ola from Mexico. He's hanging out in Mexico. So we'll see. Everyone should thank the black men that didn't came and voted for Trump. Yeah, a lot of black men, Latino men. I mean, a lot of men. There was I think the majority of the men turnout on this election was big, and a lot of people were saying, hey, don't turn up or anything like that. And I think nobody listened to that one, because a lot of men did turn up for this election. and I think it, they kind of did it, So, it's our fault though. Latino men are our fault because we we're the ones who did it. We're adjacent now. Uh, what is it? Oh yeah. Happy birthday, Romy. That's right. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Look at the happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. But so I guess Harris has conceded. It's already done. Freedoms must be respected. That's interesting for her. But hey, there you go. What do you guys think? Obviously, we do have a new president, and hopefully everything will go well. Hopefully, we have a good transition of power, and for those in Mexico, I know that they were really trying to, see what was going to happen here. But according to El Deforma, this was going to be the expectation. So watch out for those poll watchers, because according to them, there was like, who would you vote for? So Donald Trump was at 49.8%. Kamala Harris is 49.3%. But no, Xochitl Galvez was the favorite. You guys didn't even know that Xochitl was in the race for the presidency of the United States. If you guys are not from Mexico, you probably won't get it, but she was the favorite, one of the favorites to win the Mexican candidacy in all the polls. It's a little slight dig on the poll on the poll workers, because people were saying that that she was going to be the shoo-in for the Mexican presidency, and that didn't happen. But a lot of pollsters are suffering today, and I thought that was funny. It's funny that a lot of media, a lot of pollsters that were saying different things, that it was not going to happen. So I'm sorry, Xochitl, it didn't happen. We all know who the real president would have been if he was running. It was going to be Conan. He's huge. He's the best, the greatest out there. He's out there for the men. If you men want to vote, vote for Conan. He's the greatest ever. He will bring the lamentation of the women. Oh, dude, this has been a wild ride. Oh, this is go there for president. President Conan got my vote 100% of the time. That's what I'm saying, son. Crumb will accept it. Crumb will be. That's gonna be it. Conan for president. That's gonna be. Well, the health policies is gonna be the lamentation of the women. That's what it's gonna be. You gotta. That's what it's going to have to be. Carlos Alberto Lopez, old man Conan for president. Old man Conan for president. That's what we needed. I mean, that's what we got. Yeah. You got to get there and got to get back to the top in the voting booth. That's what you have to be. That's what crumbs in the chat. Crumbs in the chat. That's what we want. The true Latino vote will go to Conan. That's I'm losing my mind. You can tell I didn't run on a lot of sleep. I wanted to cover this real quick. Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Sean Levy están preparados para un nuevo proyecto juntos afuera del ACM. El actor ha comentado que terminar el guión de la película que llevará ya un año y que no forma parte del universo Marvel. Esto después de todo el éxito que tuvieron en Deadpool y Lobazo. Tras el triunfo de Deadpool y Lobazo, superando los millones de dólares de posicionados como de audiencia película más taquillera de la historia, queda claro que el trío formado de Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman y Sean Levy es un éxito asegurado. En una entrevista para Variety Awards, quien interpreta a Deadpool ha comentado que ese trabajo es una nueva película que vuelve a juntar los dos actores y su director. So this is gonna be a new project by Sean Levy, Hugh Jackman, and Ryan Reynolds. I mean, they're coming out of a huge win. This is going to be interesting because this is what kind of people are excited about, because what's going to happen after Deadpool was on everybody's mind. After they got out of Deadpool and Wolverine, it was basically, what is going to happen next? What are we going to do next? And could this be the answer? Could this be the answer? We'll see. So, according to them, Reynolds mencionaba que lleva el tono del año escribiendo una película para mí mismo. Hugh y Sean parece hacer eso que no es de Marvel. Pero lo que ya nos adelanta que no habrá una nueva película del mercenario Bocas de un futuro cercano. Aún sí es una gran noticia que el actor esté tan emocionado por como alto de fandom volver a juzgarse con uno de sus dos compañeros amigos. So if you guys get that, basically it won't be a Marvel movie, not a Deadpool movie, but it's them all together in a new movie coming out. If you like the chemistry, if you enjoyed everything that happened with Deadpool and Wolverine, they're saying, hey, we're getting together, we're getting the band back together, and we're going to knock it out. So I think this is a winner. I think this is something that's going to be really cool. So who knows? Who knows? What's up with you guys? Eso que no es de Marvel, listo, que Green Lantern y Sinestro. Capaz, pero no sé. Va a ser interesante. Something like this will be really, really interesting. Oh man, there's so many stuff that's happening. I want to touch over. So let's do a quick fire. Fletcher quick fire stories. Let's see. So we got that one. Boom, roasted. Next quick fire story. Michael Jackson biopic has been delayed to October 3rd, 2025. Now, I was super excited because this is from the director of The Equalizer and the cousin, I think the nephew of Michael Jackson is actually working and playing him in the movie. It is delayed. Everybody that I talked to about this is excited that they said, make it right. All right. Do it right. Don't worry about the time. Just get it right. And so there's no worry about this. It sucks. So Antoine Fuqua is the director. They're working really close with the estate of Michael Jackson and his family. So we know it's going to be right. King of Pop. Boom. I think it's really, really, really going to be good. These are people who are not into the crazy bubble, but into good filmmaking. Like I said, Antoine Fuqua, he did The Equalizer. He did so many things. I'm telling you, I think they're going to really, 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 really do a good job with this. So I'm excited. Not excited that it got pushed back, but I'm excited that it's still happening. All right. Boom. Roasting. So Wednesday season 2 new setting tease hints that this character may still get a redemption. So we're now getting basically stuff that's coming out for Wednesday, the second season. Everybody's excited about this. It's going to be great. It's going to be the greatest Wednesday ever. Sorry, now my accent now is just fully on board. Setting a tease for Wednesday Scary. Season 2 hints that the character story isn't yet complete. Overall, there's still minimal information regarding the Netflix series' upcoming installment. Through a release is expected to something in 2025. The streaming platform did, however, share a brief teaser on X, which may have included some subtle information about Wednesday Season 2. It's truly wholesome. Wait for some coming episode. There's a significant chance that the titular Adams will pay another visit to a Season 1 villain whose story still has a lot of room to expand. Now, this is coming from Screen Rant. The teaser shared on Netflix X account sees Jenna Ortega Wednesday reading from a file detailing the grotesque state of a seemingly murdered corpse. Once she has finished describing the grip of rigor mortis and the location of stabs, blah, 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 she closes the file, bids things goodnight. The iconic Adams family's hand is then shown tucked in for bed, revealing that Wednesday has been reading her pal that she considered to be calming bedtime story. Overall, this was a cute moment to get the audience excited for Wednesday Season 2, but there's more to be gleaned. So according to this, Willow Hill Hospital has been teased for Wednesday Season 2, and the file was from Willow Hill. This is something that you got to take from a grain of sand. It is from Screen Rant, but this could be a hint of different things happening for Wednesday. Are you excited about that? Boom. Let me know in the comment. Quick fire on the way. Next story. Suits LA will finally give us the Harvey Specter story that Suits couldn't do it if Gabriel Yash returned for the spinoff. If you guys don't know, I'm sorry. If you don't have girlfriends or wives, Suits is hot. It's like the #1 series in Hulu. They're making their money off of Bluey and Suits. So Suits LA basically was going to tell that Harvey Specter was coming back, but we'll see. If Harvey yet returns to Suits LA, even if it's a cameo, the upcoming Suits spinoff will finally deliver the Harvey Specter story that the original show couldn't. For the moment we met my character, the pilot of the Suits series finale, Harvey Specter has always at the top of his game, bragging about how he only plays in the major league. One of Harvey Specter's defining traits was experiencing life at the highest level possible, particularly when it came to his job. So Harvey's world changed a lot during Suits' 9-season run, particularly after he met Mike Ross. Not only were they in the fraud together, but in junior associates without the law degree helped Harvey understand that there was more to their profession than working for the biggest clients in the industry. Harvey Specter was known as the best closer in New York City, a reputation he was proud of and fought to keep. However, in the end of Suits, Harvey decided to leave the corporate lawyer life behind and join Mike's legal clinic, which is pro bono style. So is this going to be Mark Spector coming back to defend the little guy? I think this is what some people are saying. So could it be something that has to do with him, coming back in his full form, in his most popular? We will see. We will see. I stopped watching Suits after a while. My wife didn't. She still kind of watches it. I know a lot of my cousins still watch it. And it's, it's for the dudes. It's for the dudes. You got to give it to them. So, yeah. Rapid fire next. Final season of Stranger Things will be set just over 1 year after the events of season 4, releasing in 2025 on Netflix. We already have some teasers. So we have some first look at the new Stranger Things. We have some pictures and things that we could expand on. We already have how many episodes we're going to have. And I believe when they will be released. If you are a fan of Stranger Things, it is coming back. So it's going to be set a year after all the events. So it's kind of in line with what they've been doing. Are you excited about Stranger Things coming back. What do you guys think? Is it something that gets you like Stranger Things? Let me know. All right, what do you guys are saying in the comments? Before we check out, ¿qué está pasando? Everybody's arguing with Raf. Solomon Thunder, what? Another suit show? Yeah, they will milk suits. I think, what was the other one? It was the one that was following, oh my gosh. What was her name? I forgot her name. Dude, help me out, Solomon. She was a partner, and Jessica. It was following Jessica, I believe. And yeah, it is. That would make it the second spinoff on Suits, and it makes money. It makes money. So, yeah. Let's see. Harvey cameo doesn't mean anything without Donna. Oh, Donna, yeah. So Suits comebacks or spinoff. Okay. You got me on that one, Carlos, because supposedly it's a spinoff, but that looks like a comeback because that makes sense. Because if it has Mike and Harvey coming back and doing a clinic, that could be cool. I mean, part of the mystique of Suits is because they're high stakes, glamorous world. So coming back to law clinic, yeah, no, I got you on that one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pearson was the second Pearson. That's what. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she was so great. She was in Firefly. I remember the actress. She is an amazing actress. Oh man, I forgot this one. Boom. I'm roasted on this one because I forgot this story. All right, let me get this one in. All right, coming in last minute. All right, so Raph, what are you talking about? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Never mind. All right, so Camila Cabello and Juarez are more revisit the Latin Grammy history ahead of show's Miami Homecoming. It will be a great family reunion. Now, you guys know we have the Latin Grammys that are coming up, if you guys like that kind of thing. And its 25th anniversary, the Latin Grammy Awards, and a week worth of accompanying festivities will return to the global capital of Latin music, Miami. The November 14th ceremony would honor the new generation of global superstars. Texas-bred songwriter and producer Edgar Barrera is the leading nominee for the second consecutive year. Followed by reggaeton icons Bad Bunny and Karol G, and a galaxy of other stars. It's safe to say that the return to Miami is generally nearly as much excitement about the show and the music. For starters, the tropical city is the home base of the Latin Recording Academy, epicenter for thousands of voting members that met annually, and after shows in Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Houston, New York, and Spain. It's also the first time since 2023 that the Latin Grammys will be held in the city, not counting the post-pandemic virtual shows of 2020. So Miami is also home to Latin music royalty like Shakira, the first female artist to win Album of the Year in 2026, and Gloria and Emilio Estefan, who were among the first to campaign for Spanish language awards shows that could be a sister event to the Grammy Awards. Mexican pop singer Talia was around to hear the first murmurs of the Latin ceremonies. Incidentally, the Stefan introduced to her husband and former CEO, Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy emphasized at the Recording Academy the importance of the Hispanic market, not only in the United States, but globally, and how it would be a great opportunity to support Latin artists and their music, Talia tells Variety. Juanes remembers attending the second Latin Grammys as a first-time nominee. in 21. The night the singer took home the award for Best New Artist, along with Best Rock Solo Vocal Artist, Best Rock Song. Since then, he has gone to win 21 more trophies. I went to the awards after having completed the craziest promo tour in Central America. All of my clothes were dirty, and I just had a pair of squeaky shoes that had gotten soaked in the rain. He recalls, I just wanted to go back home to Colombia to see my girlfriend, but I was up for 7 awards, and to my surprise, I won. It was an unforgettable night. As Spanish-Portuguese language continue to expand in all corners of the world, the show has empowered many emerging voices. Luis Fonsi established his instant stardom after attending his first ever Latin Grammy Awards in 2029. Fonsi was the undisputed champion of the night thanks to the success of his love song, Aquí Estoy Yo, which took home record a Song of the Year. There's one night I'll never forget. Fonsi says, I see my name, my song in these categories means so much. Aquí Estoy Yo took years to record and to plan because of my crazy idea that made it a quartet, but we did it. It paid off. In his 8th year, the executive producer for the Latin Grammys, Pop Garage founder, Latin Grammy Animated Award producer Jose Tillman plans to put all his history on display. Are you guys excited for Camila Cabello, Juanes, and more to revisit the Latin Grammy history ahead of show's Miami homecoming? What do you guys think? Are you going to watch it? We'll see. We'll see. Thank you so much for everybody hanging out. So many of you still hanging out with you guys. It's really nice. You guys got something to say about this? You got something to say? El Latin Grammys son los padres. Esos tiene la verdad. Yeah, Latin Grammys seem to be... I hardly hear anything about the American Grammys. Well, these are American too, I guess, but you know what I mean. The Latin Grammys seem to always be off the hook, and they're coming up. They're coming up. So stuff. Yeah, Rob says, might watch Cabello. See, I think they're going to be. A lot of people are going to check it out. I think the Latin Grammys are really going to blow it out. It's interesting to see. They are in Miami, so it is a great. It's a great city. So I think this has been a great show. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us, man. Cabello, amen. There you go. Camila, mándame tu teléfono. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out on this Midnight's Edge Espanol takeover of the Latino Slant Studios, as Polly is watching from Mexico, Ciudad del Encanto. And, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Make sure you subscribe to Midnight's Edge in Espanol. We'll be probably there next Wednesday. And you guys made it a great stream. I don't have my chihuahuas in the rain to outro, but we'll outro. I guess we'll. Well, do we make it a hard out, or do we have something? Should we play? Let's see. Let's go with something cool. Let's go with something cool to end it, and have a good night, guys.